Hey kids, you're about to listen to a comedy podcast. That means that none of this is medical advice. If you need medical advice or medical care, please contact your doctor.
Welcome to the Jock podcast featuring Dr. London Smith. Are you tired of getting robbed at the pump every time you gotta go fill up your gas tank? Well then try this little tip. Grind harder and make more money. Introducing your host, Dr. London Smith.
Hello, and welcome to the Jock podcast, where we discuss fitness and health, and how to incorporate our modern understanding of science and medicine into our daily lives, but without it being so boring. I'm your host, Dr. London Smith, I'd like to begin by apologizing to our listeners. We've received some feedback about the excessive amount of technical medical terms that I've been using, such as prognostic indicators and American Independence Day, so I'll try to temper my terminology to a simpler one in the future. Here to help with that is our producer, Cameron.
Hey, Dr. London, I thought you were grilling the hot dogs and the hamburgers and the fish fillets.
Was that me? Could have sworn there was someone else.
It's not me. I'm really sorry to interrupt like this guy. I know we're on the podcast right now.
Yeah.
But like Dr. London sort of just hinted at, today is Independence Day. It's 4th of July. It's the day we celebrate our former slave-owning founding fathers.
Yeah.
Fighting the British over tea, and then I think there was the king, and then I think George Washington became King George. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I just think the one topic you missed, which I think kind of really heavily influenced everything, was America, the United States of America specifically, is a coffee drinking country.
Yes.
And as you said, the tea, spilling the tea, that is. We spill the tea.
Oh, yes.
The British, of course, drink it. So for us, sort of our patriotic duty is to spill the tea, drink the coffee, and today's a celebration of that. So the grill, I honestly, what I've been focusing on is just brewing the coffee. Not that I've done great with that.
Yeah, I had some of the coffee. It's all milk. All of the coffee, I poured a glass. I was like, this sure looks white, but maybe there's just a lot of creamer in here. But it's whole milk.
It's not a whole. The whole thing isn't milk. There's a drop, and I splash a little drop into each. It's just a splash, but you get coffee in there. For me, I get
a drop of what though?
Of coffee. Yeah, drop of coffee. For me, just caffeine just gets me so wired. Like you can see I'm so fidgety right now, like just because I've had my glass of coffee, milk, like mostly the milk, but a little bit of coffee in it, and I'm just kind of.
It's decaf coffee.
Yeah, but it's once that flavor hits, ever so slightly, like I'm kind of riveted here. I'm going.
No, I understand. It's just I don't know what to do now. We got to record this show, but I mean, the second this show is done, we have our Independence Day grill out slam fest because we're constantly slamming high fives
onto the tables. Yeah. And sorry for the listeners. So the game that we play every year is we do a high five, and it's like an arm wrestle kind of thing where you try to get that five to hit the slam on the table, and so we have a lot of tables set out. That's a big part of it. We have all these patio tables, and then everyone's going in there with these just strong-armed high five to try to get the other hand.
Well, you say everyone. No one is going to show up to this thing if we don't have hamburgers, hot dogs, and fish fillets like we promised people. So we got to come up with a solution just real quick, Dr. London. How are we going to celebrate our slave-owning founding fathers without a proper fish fillet grill?
Hey, our slave-owning coffee drinking founding fathers. For that, I'm do I just order like a pizza?
I think, and I believe, I don't want to say this for sure because I'm not a historian, but I think our founding fathers were INFJs. I could be wrong, but I believe they were all INFJs.
Do they eat pizza? Or is that, I haven't brushed up on the research.
Yeah, I have no idea what their diet.
Are they vegan?
I don't know what their diet is at all. That would make sense though, because our founding fathers, they were so fit and they were like so jacked. It would make sense that they were vegan.
Yeah.
Okay. Scrap the burgers, scrap the hot dogs, scrap the fish fillet. Let's go vegan. Peanut butter.
Is that...
That's the most vegan food imaginable.
Okay. I was going to say French fries.
I mean, okay, but those are French. Those French are people.
Right, and of all days. Yeah, you're right. French being involved in this day. They helped us get the independence. Okay, fine. So so we'll have the one jar of peanut butter sitting out, and I think that's it, right? That's the traditional way to celebrate.
Yeah, maybe a spoon.
Well, they could... I thought it was BYOS. We have them bring a spoon.
I didn't send the invites. I didn't invite anyone.
Yeah, no, neither did... Okay.
I didn't set anything up. I didn't buy any food. I didn't put a music playlist together. I just got here 5 seconds ago.
I guess what if someone were to walk in now, it would look like a whole bunch of patio tables set up, an empty grill, and a whole lot of glasses of milk. Which is how I celebrated growing up. So I do feel like we're on track.
And soon, Dr. London, not yet, but soon, a jar of peanut butter for the vegans. We do have to throw out the milk if we're catering to vegans, but yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, but so that's our producer Cameron. Also with us is Did You Know in the House?
Today is Independence Day. It's 4th of July. It's the day we have our Independence Day Grill Out Slam Fest. How are we going to celebrate our slave-owning founding fathers without a proper fish fillet grill? Celebrate our slave-owning founding fathers without a proper fish fillet grill. Slave-owning founding fathers, 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 slave-owning founding fathers. 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 Slave-owning founding fathers.
And later, Cameron tells me to expect a special guest, the one guest who's going to be a part of our celebration, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if they show up, I don't know. I said that I didn't send out any invites. I did invite one guest, but I also promised hot dogs, hamburgers, and a fish fillet. So they might show up and then skedaddle when they see the jar of peanut butter.
Yeah. Before we move on, I would like to address a bit of listener feedback. So our marketing demographics, they're constantly changing. Cameron, could you check the DJ Dylan analytics for what our listeners, the demographics are?
Yeah, so if you have not been listening, we ran the numbers, we crunched it. We got rid of Google Analytics. We've been using a combination of DJ Dylan Analytics and what I'm calling Cameron Analytics. That's when I look through your window when you go to bed. And we've determined that our listeners are unfortunately very illiterate. And Dr. Lynn, do you want to explain exactly what that big word means?
So you, the listener, when you are given a pen and a paper to write something down, you scribble shapes, and someone might say, like, just put down your name. Then you will scribble shapes. Sometimes it'll be a dinosaur, sometimes it'll be a snake. and that's how you communicate. So you haven't learned words yet, but you're really working on it. So and that's speaking and reading words, any of that. They're really lost on you. You recognize some words audibly out loud, and we're proud of you for that. So that's what that means.
Oh, let me double check the analytics to make sure that's true. Do they understand words out loud? Yes, they do.
Okay.
Up to 2 syllables.
Okay. So this, yeah. So the medical lessons have been a little tricky with that, but we work with it. So this week's feedback comes in the form of a big old pair of juicy melons, and that's specifically watermelons.
Yeah, sure.
So I should clarify something about the listener feedback delivery system. The mail slot, it's not designed, like, it's small. It's not designed, and it's thin also. It's not designed for a whole watermelon to go through it, much less 2. So next time, if you would just leave the watermelon next to the listener feedback box instead of smashing it through the slot.
Then the mailman's going to take it. Mailman's going to think it's for him. It's a gift set out for him. It's a tip. He's going to take it and eat it.
Yeah, and well, I mean, we already have that issue regardless, where we're racing the mailman for the listener feed. Like, that's a whole other thing. But like we have this contentious relationship with the mailman. He believes mail belongs to him. We believe mail belongs to us. And I would say it's to make that the reason we don't leave watermelons next to it would be like there's a bigger problem, and we just have to deal with it.
All right. Well, then all that to say, listener, we know you're illiterate. We know that the feedback you're sending in is going to be, it's going to be things like dead bugs, leaves. It's going to be things like wallpaper you've ripped off. That's fine. It's okay. We're proud of you for learning how to communicate. And if the way you communicate is through shoving a watermelon through a mail slot, we love that energy, but please put the watermelon next to the door. Is that right?
Yes, thank you. That was very well said. And to the listener who sent the chunk of the watermelon through the slot, shoved it through, thank you for listening. And we're excited that you're part of this. And
well, it looks like they etched something into the watermelon. This is probably their feedback.
Are you sure that that's...
It's the F word. You're saying, are you sure? Do you not see the F word in that?
I don't recognize the word.
So let me get this straight. Before MySpace, before saying all that, you weren't using Friendster?
No, that was
the F word.
No, why would I?
Okay. Oh my god!
I'm not much...
I guess I didn't realize I was co-hosting a podcast with such a dweeb.
Hey, well,
I never knew. I knew you were a doctor, and so I knew you sucked. But like, I had no idea that you didn't even know.
What?
You had no idea about the F word.
I mean, I like
Friendster.com.
Yeah, I didn't. I recognize the .com part. No, I can't know every website or every word, and it's stupid. But yeah, what does it mean? What does it mean, Cameron?
Well, I think this person probably just saw the word on the website they were using and then etched it in, not knowing what it meant. And so
You want to clarify?
I don't really know what to say because you don't know what this is. You don't know what the website is. It sounds like the listener was probably trying to tell you something about the website, or maybe they're going to send you a message on the website. But I feel like wasting energy on that it's a waste of time. You don't know what it is. You're not going to learn what it is.
Well, that's so. Do you know what it is? Because now the way you're talking around it, it sounds like maybe you don't know.
No. I definitely know what it is. Friendster? Are you kidding me? I definitely know what it is. We should move on, though. We should go on. Continue. We should go past it, though.
Okay. You just keep speaking so vaguely about it while making fun of me for not knowing.
Oh, but I know what it is.
And maybe I shouldn't have, admitted.
Oh, you don't know?
What? No. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for listening. Now for today's medical topic: Graves' disease. Now, stop your teeth chattering, please. It's called Graves' disease, but it's not a negative. Or not. It doesn't mean like a ghost thing.
It's not a ghost disease.
No, Graves' disease is a type of hyperthyroidism. which is a clinical illness involving excess thyroid hormone circulating in the body. Like other forms of hyperthyroidism, Graves' disease can present clinically with symptoms of tachycardia, that's like a fast heart rate.
Did you say Graves' disease?
Yes. A while ago, yeah.
Like the living dead?
Not like that, no. But no, I did say it. That like just, but we've moved on to so tachycardia, palpitations, heart arrhythmias, diarrhea, weight loss, anxiety, nervousness, restlessness. They can have hyperreflexia, so the reflexes are actually greater than they used to be.
Did you say diarrhea?
Yeah. No, once again, like you're quite a few words behind on these. Yes, that's a symptom of hyperthyroidism, and more specifically in this Graves' disease. They can also have heat intolerance and fever. But what distinguishes Graves' disease in particular is that these patients tend to have eye proptosis and skin findings. So their eyes they'll appear to be bulging a little bit out of their face. Like they'll be able, I guess the term would be, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but bug-eyed would be a descriptor. But so they're.
Did you say bulging?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah. So their eyes will be kind of bigger, kind of bulging like that. So diagnostic testing for hyperthyroidism includes T4, which is also known as thyroxine, and this T4 is elevated in all forms of hyperthyroidism. Another marker to check for is TSH, which is elevated in pituitary adenomas, but it's decreased in hyperthyroidism caused by non-adenoma sources. So additionally, Graves' disease will specifically show TSH receptor antibodies. Thyroid-stimulating immunoglobulin confirms Graves' disease. And let's see. So in Graves' disease,
did you say Graves' disease twice? You said it twice?
Way more than twice at this point. Like, no, I said what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 times maybe.
5 times. I'm sorry, Dr. Linden, you're intentionally trying to spook me. You're talking about the living dead. You're talking about diarrhea and antibodies and all these sort of things that you know, creep and crawl and go bump in the night. And you're expecting me to not chatter out of fear.
So in Graves' disease, TSH will be low, radioactive iodine uptake will be elevated and diffuse.
Graves' disease.
And antibodies will test positive. Treatment for Graves' disease includes they include
Graves' disease. You mean like a zombie?
No, I don't mean like a zombie. So.
Oh boy! Ooh, I'm getting chills.
So, Graves' disease includes treatment for Graves' disease.
Graves' disease
includes methimazole or propylthiouracil, which is also known as PTU, and then radioactive iodine to treat the Graves' ophthalmopathy, and that's the eye bulging thing.
Eye bulging.
Yeah. So steroids are used as the best initial therapy for that. If the patient is unresponsive to this, radiation is used, and severe cases may actually involve decompressive surgery for the eyes.
So steroids, but Dr. London, they might get disqualified from any weightlifting competitions.
If that's the fear, well, they're a different type of steroid for one thing, but like also it's I don't think that's going to be the issue. I think that they're going to have other issues going on.
Ooh, just the thought of failing out of my weightlifting competition because of these medical anabolic steroids. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's since you're so scared of this topic, let's just move on. All right. Cameron, you said that you did invite a guest to the Slam Fest.
I definitely sent out an invite. My concern, like I said before, is that the guest is going to show up, see that there's no hamburgers, no hot dogs, no fish fillets, and there's only a potential, because no one's bought the peanut butter yet, so there is going to be a jar of peanut butter. I feel like the guest might turn away and leave.
We're all sitting here like hoping that someone else is willing to pay up for the peanut butter, but like
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna volunteer. I'll Venmo whoever I need to Venmo, but
yeah, I don't want to have to deal with it because you have to talk to your cash. Anyway,
someone's here. Hey, someone's here.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, welcome to the.
Hi.
Yeah, just come sit down. We'll definitely have real food later. We'll just tell them
I'm hoping can we get them to buy it? That's what I'm hoping now. Hey,
Hi.
My name is Dr. LondonSmith.com, and this is our producer Cameron. What was your name?
Hi, I am Dr. Juanita Gomez. I got a lovely email from Cameron asking me to join y'all, and I'm here. Happy 4th
For this month, yes.
for this month.
Yeah. Cameron's been really into the Evites lately. He just started discovering them. And so what did it look like?
What did the Evite look like? It was a dancing hot dog. Unfortunately, I am not on Earth right now. I'm on a different planet. I appreciated the Evite, which is why I'm zooming in, as the kids say. So hi. I enjoyed the dancing hot dog. It was weird that he was dancing on a barbecue, because that would imply he was dying. But I like the dancing.
I think a lot of people would enjoy being sort of burned alive on a giant grill. That's just me. I'm not saying everyone would enjoy that, but there has to be a few people who would be happy and dancing.
It is the preferred way to die on several planets.
I want to just clarify real quick, because we may have made it sound like you were with us in person, but no. So there is an iPad, and who is carrying it? I don't want to. Am I allowed to talk to them, or
no? Please do not. That is my research assistant, Jordan. Please do not address Jordan directly.
Okay.
No, do not make eye contact with him
Okay.
either. He has been strictly instructed not to make a sound.
Oh, okay. So that's an iPad. Okay. So that's a person holding an iPad. Okay.
It is duct taped to his head, which I know that is confusing, but I'm not actually there.
And you're sure?
I really thought something was really messed up with this person, and that's why they are here for some sort of medical help, because of the square head. But okay.
That's just duct tape.
Wait, so where are you calling in from? You said you're not on Earth. I don't understand. Where are you from?
No, I am on the fungal planet in the Alpha Centauri system. I'm currently here studying a crustacean people on the east side of the planet, but I'm on vacation right now, so I'm on the west side of the planet in the fungal forest.
What brings you? I mean, you're doing this research on, you said, like, crab people,
right? The crustacean
people?
The crustacean people, right? Yeah,
is what I said kind of like on the line of
it's
being
not the best.
Or?
They don't speak English, so it doesn't really affect them. They're more interesting in galactic empire. They will one day take over the universe,
conquest.
But when they do, conquest, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Much like today's holiday, right?
Yeah.
So fun, colonization.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I cannot wait till the crab people get to Earth. Crustacean people. Sorry, you got me doing it.
The spirit of going to a place you've never been to before, saying, I own this, and then if other people are there, you're saying, well, you don't own. I just said that I own this. And it's just, we carry that spirit with us on even this day. And it sounds like you do too, even millions of miles away. Or I don't know how far away your planet is really, actually.
Is it in miles?
Millions of light years away. Right.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Which is how many miles? Hold on.
It's based on the speed of light, which travels at a certain amount. That's not the kind of scientist I am, so I leave that up to the physicists.
Are you
I am a xenoanthropologist.
Okay, that's the study of like alien stuff.
That is correct. Yes.
Like, do you do illegal or
the
the legal ones?
Dr. London.
all people are legal technically, depending on where you are. But I will say that these aliens are not from the planet Earth. I am an alien on this planet.
Are you
right
an illegal?
now, but I am studying.
I'm sorry.
I'm legal.
Dr.
I've
London.
been. You did not out me. I went through the visa process. I got all my shots. I went through quarantine for 2 months, and I have been allowed. Actually, it was really fun. The first year I was here, I got into a civil war. I was on the winning side, and this is the claw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
For the Patreon listeners, or if you're not a Patreon listener, Juanita is holding up a gigantic lobster claw or crab claw.
It is a crab. A crab claw, crustacean crab claw.
Crabman claw.
Exactly. Yes. This is what you would call the chela, or and it is made up of the dactyl and the propodus or propodus, depending on where you're from.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I slaughtered him myself, and part of the traditional winnings is to dissect the crab, and then I ate it, and it was quite delicious. No butter up here. No cows, but it tastes just the same.
And for our illiterate listeners, she was referring to the snippy snips on a crab. That's probably the best way to our listeners will probably understand it. The snippy snips.
Snippy snips
and then she turned that
is actually the term. The actual that's in the crustacean language. That is the
Oh.
They call themselves the snippy snip people. I'm impressed.
And I do want to say real quick, just going back to the horrific things London was asking earlier, we like to say on this show, no person is illegal except for Jeremy. And Jeremy, if you're listening to this, we are going to find you. That is the only illegal person on this earth. And Jeremy, are you kidding me? You'll be found out. Anyway, sorry.
I'm sorry, I should have clarified that. Because I should have clarified that I was speaking about Jeremy.
Okay.
Maybe it seemed too generalized.
Yeah.
But it was all about Jeremy.
I was worried you were talking about other extraterrestrial species that aren't technically persons, but they are.
I thought there might be
people.
more Jeremys out there for sure. But it was a question of whether that was the case.
There's only one Jeremy, trust me. And he's illegal.
Yeah.
The stuff he does.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you leave the camera and I to it, we will go on a Jeremy rant.
He sounds horrible. I'm so sorry that you had to experience him.
Apology accepted.
I want to know more about, you study alien cultures. I assume this isn't the first one you've studied.
And you also join in their civil war. That's.
Oh, yeah, that's also super interesting.
Part of your field work is to immerse yourself culturally, and I was living with the chieftain of this particular society, and I had to engage within this war, or else I would have been slaughtered as well. It was only fair. They were treating me nice. They put me up. I offered to wash the dishes. They don't have dishes, so I engaged in hand-to-hand combat, hand-to-claw combat.
Right. Seems like that'd be tough on your hands, given that claws are pretty.
Well, I had shield. It was fine. I was on the high ground. I had a gun.
Yeah, that would.
Oh,
that would
so
help.
Hand to claw, yeah. Hand to claw to gun is sort of
hand to gun.
So I guess.
Well, they have the advantage.
Yeah,
they're much bigger than I am.
Is not a gunfight hand-to-hand combat because you are holding a gun with your hand.
It was a handgun.
Yeah, so that's
you
hand
almost
to hand. Yeah,
you almost might never mention the gun at all in any of these situations, and everyone will get that you're talking about shooting someone.
I just wanted to let you know it was a fair fight. That they are giant crustaceans, 10 feet tall, but I had a gun, so it was fine.
Yeah.
Wait, are you from this fungal planet, or you're just there?
No,
for
I'm
research?
from Texas. I'm from Texas.
Okay.
I got my PhD from the University of Texas in Austin. They have a great xenoanthropology program.
I can tell you were human. I just didn't know if there were other species that looked like us, or I'm. This is all extremely new to me.
Well, What is interesting, and I have found in my studies, is that there is a phenomenon on the planet Earth that is also happening throughout the cosmos called carcinization. It's where any species will turn into a crab. It happens frequently on this planet, on Earth, not this planet. Well, it happens on this planet. These crab people they were simian at one point. They did look like us at one point in their evolution, but then they turned into crabs.
It just the evolutionary lines diverge at a certain point, and then you become crab people.
And then they converge again, and then everybody will eventually one day evolve into a crab.
When you first said what is it? Carson something?
Carcinization.
I was worried it was people evolving into like a Johnny Carson. But it sounds like, I was really scared about that.
No, that's spelled differently.
Oh, okay.
That's carcinization. This is carcinization. It's an I, not an O.
Would it be so bad?
The last known case of carcinization was in 1975.
Yeah, that I was worried about. The lobster thing, turning into a lobster, or my children's children evolving into a lobster. I'm fine.
A crab, not a lobster. I gotta be very.
I'm so sorry, crab.
Specific. It is a crab. You will have a cephalothorax, and not a separate head to the abdomen.
Cameron, you're embarrassing me.
It was a very simple thing.
Yes, yeah, of course.
I'm embarrassed for you as well.
I'm really sorry to stop the show like this, but Dr. London has made it clear when I embarrass him on the show, I do have to give a formal apology. So let me just do that now.
Do it to a tune, please.
And am I? Oh, I have to do it to a tune. Okay. And my apologizing to the podcast, and my apologizing to the listeners. You just said an apology. I don't know what I'm.
I think you should apologize to God, because this is all in His evolutionary plan, and you definitely the peak of evolution is a crab, and lobsters will turn into crabs. So you need to apologize to God, who is probably a crab.
Okay, that absolutely makes sense. Okay. Dear Lord of Crabs. Oh, it has to be to a tune. Let's do.
You can do an original tune.
Do you need a beat? You want a beat? If I had a claw, this is what I would do to make music, but I don't have a claw, so I brought a bunch of scissors. So I'm going to keep beat with.
That's pretty good. I like that beat. Okay. Dear Crab God, thank you for everything. And I'm so sorry for saying that you might be a lobster, or that people might turn into lobsters. I know that they are different animals. Amen.
Wow. Yeah, no, that pulled you straight
great.
out of the hole you dug for yourself. Okay.
So yeah, I'm really sorry. Hopefully, I won't have to stop the show like that again. So
yeah, but
I'll take a step back. I'm just the producer.
I was very put out. I was gonna leave, but now I'm gonna stay.
I was gonna leave too. It would have been nothing. How long do you say you've been on that planet?
I've been on this planet for 2 years. It's been
2
fun.
years.
2 or 3 years. It's hard to tell because it has a completely different sun. I'm in a completely different galaxy, so 24 hours a day. It's about a 75-hour day.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Get a lot done, I guess.
Well, is that tiring? Do you get some naps in at least?
Oh, yeah, I get some naps. Everybody else is on their correct clock. I did when I first got here. I took a bunch of naps, but now I'm synced up.
Yeah, no longer a napster. Okay, so what about the trip there? And we should obviously get into that culture, but I am wondering the journey there. Was it your own sort of spaceship, or did you like paddle? I'm not familiar with space travel.
Oh, I was part of the secret underground program that did a lot of deals with the gray aliens, which visited our planet in 1949. I think it was the crash at Area 51. I was in stasis since 1975, which is why I know of the last case of carcinoization. Thank God we have a vaccine for that now, or else we'd be up to our elbows in Johnny Carson's. But I was in stasis for a very long time, traveling at light speed. And actually, I'm in the future. your future.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that makes sense, right? Because they say like sunlight takes 8 minutes to reach Earth. I mean, I would imagine this communication would take a long time to reach here. So the only way it would work is by talking to us from the future. That makes sense.
Right, yeah.
Are you following London?
Yeah. No, I recently watched Interstellar, and so no, I'm really up to date on all this.
You were counting on your hands. You were doing all sorts of math on your hands, and I just don't see how that could be part of what we're talking about.
I am communicating with y'all quantumly. This is through a quantum Zoom channel through Discord, which is why we had to. It's why it was so complicated and why Jason's there. I actually sent Jason there from the past.
Jordan, but yes.
Is his name Jordan? I thought it was Jason. Jordan Jason.
He's not correcting me on any of it, but
he shouldn't be correcting you.
And he does have 2 name tags.
He got this in a locket from his great grandfather. His name was Jason. That's how he knew to show up at this time at this place. I sent him the Evite as well with a dancing hot dog. He chuckled, and I had to discipline him.
Well, I mean, I'm glad he got a kick out of it at least. I mean, it sounds like he did get punished, which is fine.
There's no room for getting a kick out of it. That's disobeying the order. Like, that's not okay. He laughed at the Evite.
Okay, do you want me to apologize again?
I mean, I'm trying to think of another way.
I won't make you apologize again to the Crab Lord. I just know in your heart you're sorry.
Okay, I think that's pretty good.
Okay, well, I don't know if the Crab Lord will agree, I guess is what I'm... But no, okay, fine. Well, we can move on, whatever. Just the rest of us aren't as sure that he's sorry in his heart.
Jordan's great-great-great-grandfather's name was Jason, and then there was a James, and there was a Jay, and there was a Jared. I get them mixed up. I don't know why that family keeps using J names.
Yeah.
It's more of a me thing that I pay attention to. Like, I learn the names of my interns and things like that. But
well, you shouldn't. That just gives them a lot of power that they will abuse.
I know. Cameron used to... Yes, no, I'm aware of how that can go. So, anyway, what's your, I guess, do you have an end goal while you're on that planet? Are you just soaking up knowledge?
Yeah, are you looking for something, or is it just to learn?
No, I'm just gathering data, trying to, you'll probably be able to read my published book, in 2085 once you get there. It is called Carcinization and the Crustacean People of the Fungal Forest Planet.
It will be called that, yeah.
And you'll be able to read that. Well, it is called that. That was my first chapter. I wrote that one already, but it won't be published until 2085, where you are, because I'm in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe our listeners will be able to read by then. I hope so. At least enough words
I hope so.
to read the cover.
We'd have to really...
That's about 60 years away.
Yeah, that's a tough timeline.
They've got time, I think.
There are a lot of diagrams and drawings, though, in case photographs.
As long as they can color it in.
Holograms.
Yeah, does the book come with crayons or markers?
It comes with a hologram, a chip that you inject directly into your cerebellum.
Oh, okay. So yeah, not crayons.
Yeah, that's just they're not going to be familiar with, like, we all know about the cerebellar chips, but for them that's going to be
they might not have the correct port.
Yeah, well, just for them, they're used to if they get something with their coloring book, they're going to stick it up their nose or in their ear. Those are the two, like, most popular, or sometimes down their throat.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, that is a really rude assumption. Sometimes they will eat it really quickly, just shove it down there. I want to know, what can we learn from this book? I imagine as a human investigating another species, you've probably learned some advice that we as humans could take back with us, right?
Right, yeah. One handgun will work against one crustacean person, but ultimately they will dominate. So, hopefully my book will help the transition from human-led governments into crustacean-led dictatorships.
Okay, yeah, it's a nice little bridge. So
I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, no, I was almost wondering, is there anything that this species you've been studying, is there anything they do that is positive that you would like to take back to humans? But it sounds like just have a gun is the biggest takeaway.
Well, it's not any of our technology will not work. They're a completely ecology, bio, tech based system. So a lot of their warfare is the viral warfare, which is why I had to get a lot of shots before I came here.
Okay, so
we're all gonna die.
So the main things you've learned from your research is like war and military and combat based. Okay.
Right.
That sounds about right.
Also music.
Yes,
the
music. That is a part of the culture. That was
very percussive. It is percussion based. It is amazing. You would not when clubs in the future when they're crab based are gonna be lit.
Oh wow. So they do have time to club at least be in between these sort of constant battles.
Oh, a lot of partying, a lot of drinking. You got to blow off steam after you kill your enemies.
I hate to I guess the transition's fair. You know, we think of war and blood and guts and fighting, and that does lead one to think of chores, all that you have to do.
Tasks you have to do, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to clean up afterwards. You can't just leave the crabs rotting in the field. You got to eat them.
Right. So, I guess with that in mind, Cameron, would you mind telling our listeners about the chore wheel?
Absolutely, Dr. London. So, Dr. London and I have unfortunately been neglecting all of our chores for months now. Let's just be honest, Lost has been really good lately. People thought that Lost ended like in 2010. It's still going, and it's fucking insane. Jack is 7 feet tall now. He started growing in like season 12, and he has not stopped growing, and it's fucking insane.
He goes up to the wall, and he measures. They draw a little line for his head, so like you can't miss the fact that he is getting taller. Like they're measuring him.
That's what most of the show becomes, and it's fucking insane. Not really smoke monster stuff anymore, not really the purgatory stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It's mostly Jack's height, and then whether or not Kate has a hand. Lots of emphasis on her losing a hand, and it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But I digress. It's been so good that we have been neglecting all of our chores, and so Dr. London and I invented this fun chore wheel. We put all of our tasks on it, and we spin it, and whatever it lands on every single week, that is what we have to do. And Dr. London, even if that means the chore that you hate most, buttering your bread.
I mean, technically that's what it... Yes, if it does land on that. But
if that's what the chore lands on, we have to do that. And I know you hate that. You say it's painful.
Yeah.
I don't know why it hurts you so much, but we would have to do it.
Yeah, people have critiqued a lot, like maybe I'm holding the knife backwards and that it's maybe the wrong type of knife for spreading butter. But a knife is a knife, and it just.
I mean, I feel bad for you because I know you like buttered bread. Like you always say, "Oh man, buttered toast is so good." It sucks that there's so much blood. Like I hate the amount of blood involved.
Yeah, and then you go to donate blood, and they're like, "There's none left." But sorry, I don't mean to make it. So hopefully, it won't land on that.
Yeah, but whatever it lands on, we have to do. And Juanita, would you be willing to actually? From the future, can you somehow spin the chore wheel from millions of miles away? I don't know how to do that.
Jordan or Jason to do it? Yeah.
Jordan or Jason will be able to do that. I give him permission to do that.
Wow.
Okay, and he's yes.
That's a big step up from normal assistant work.
Don't say that out loud.
Okay. Well, it's.
Oh, and he's
Don't
reaching
give
up.
him ideas.
He doesn't even have to climb up there. He's like 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall, or something.
Wow.
Yeah, I sent him back, and he started the process of carcinization on planet Earth from here. I'm sorry, quantum physics is very difficult to explain.
Oh no, I've seen Arrival. It's fine.
No, I watched Interstellar. We've both seen the right movies.
Yeah, the power of love allows you to time travel. It's easy. It's science.
That's how I got here.
So if we can get what's his name, Jimmy, if we can get good old Joel Jimmy.
Yes, a
Jesse.
new name, yes.
Good old
Jacob.
Jesse.
As long as it's not
Gentry.
Jeremy.
To spin that old chore wheel. Well, the chore that we landed on is, unfortunately, we have to prep the Jock Doc Investors Brunch. Every year, we get all of our investors together, and because we have to raise capital for this thing. I mean, we have investors. We're a publicly traded podcast. I mean, this is just how it works. And we host a fun brunch for all of our investors, and we haven't planned any of it. And it's today. It's in 3 hours.
Here. And the tables are set up at least.
Tables are set up at least. Yeah, we're having a 4th of July brunch. Yeah, I mean, we got to figure this out.
Yeah, I guess one thing we didn't mention earlier is that currently it's 8 a.m.
Yes.
And the brunch is going to be in a couple hours, normal brunch
like
time.
3
So
hours.
I'm feeling a little bit better now because we only invited one guest for this part, for the 4th of July party, and then we're gonna have the investor brunch.
Feel free to use Josephet however you need to. If you need to serve him as food, that is allowable, or you can use him to help, whatever you want. I don't care.
Can he get peanut butter?
Oh yeah, if he could get us peanut butter, that'd be so awesome.
Jordan, get them peanut butter after this. You are allowed.
No, he's walking away with the
That's
iPad.
rude.
Come
No,
back.
I can't- no,
Turn
come back.
around.
Nope.
Oh god,
God,
it really is.
this guy.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got to figure out this brunch.
Okay.
So, I mean, first things first. What is the best brunch food? I don't even have to. I mean, we're all thinking the same thing, right?
Yeah. It is falafel.
It's falafel. Ooh, a
One
nice
falafel.
11 a.m. brunch falafel. That is obviously what I was going to say too. But
Yes.
something needs to go like with it that makes it truly like brunch-tastic.
Brunch. Okay. No, I can see what you mean there. Yeah, so for the perfect Jock Doc Investor brunch, I guess food-wise, aside from the falafel.
Well, you know what I love? It goes so great with everything is
Mhm.
Nutella.
Nutella? Okay, yes. I'd say, given just it's a hot summer day, let's get some ranch out here and let's put it out now. Some ranch dip.
Yes.
Let
Get
it
it
roast
out
a little.
early. So people are really gonna have that sort of spicy, tangy flavor
Yeah.
that the sun really brings.
I
And you
think
want it
you
to have
could
a
get
layer
Thousand Island.
going.
Thousand Island is also good in the sun.
Okay, yeah.
That makes. I haven't tried
Let's not
that,
rule it out.
but
Yeah.
I can sort of picture. Ooh,
When
a
I
nice warm
Yeah,
Thousand
today-
Island dress. Ooh.
Today will be a great day to learn just how many dressings get better with a good roast. So, yeah, Thousand Island,
Honey
just
mustard.
balsamic vinegar. Does that do anything?
All that stuff you sit out in the sun for a while. Ooh, gets that little funk going. It's like a spice to it that I really like.
Okay, so we got the dip.
So I think that's pretty much it, right? I mean, just like mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise-based dressing and falafel for brunch. That sounds delicious.
Do they need a drink?
You've got the dressing already. I don't think you need a drink.
But we do need silly straws. We need silly straws.
Yes.
Because if it's not a game, if it's not a
Oh,
game
yeah.
to be drinking
sillier
it,
the
then we've gotten this feedback a lot. It's what's the point? Yeah, so mostly condiments, and a few falafels, and it's 600 people coming. So I guess how many do we need for that? How many of each thing? 600 times. Like, I have to assume some of them won't be hungry, right?
Yeah, I think if you just put out one of everything, like just one little falafel, one like a bottle of ranch, or even just like a little thing of ranch you get at a fast food place,
If you get a bag of chickpeas, then everybody that's plenty. There's at least 1,000 chickpeas in a bag of chickpeas.
That's right. Let's not bother to
wow.
make a falafel. Let's just give a bag of chickpeas. That's easier.
Yeah. And If there's 1,000 chickpeas for 600 people, I mean, that's like 200 chickpeas a person. Almost. Not quite.
You are not a scientist, sir, but I enjoy your gumption.
If we're going to be drinking the ranch, because I do love mimosas. So I think ranch with champagne would be, so good. A nice bubbly ranch.
That's the problem with mimosas, is all that orange juice they keep trying to throw in.
Ugh.
It's frustrating.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to gag on the show.
Just get to the ranch already.
Get to the ranch already.
Yeah, might be a good time to apologize for but so we have all the chickpeas, we have all the ranch, we have $1,000 dressing, and the silly straws we're gonna have to get. Silly straws, I think silly straws actually we should expand further than what we've done in years past.
Oh.
Just to get one of those ones you assemble it yourself. So it's everyone can be drinking at the same time from the same thing.
Oh.
And they all just suck in at once.
That'll save on dishes.
It pulls up from yes.
We only need one dish because everyone's got a crazy straw that's drinking from the same sort of giant ranch bowl.
Simplify. That's
ranch champagne bowl, yeah. That is really solid.
It's good for the environment. The crabs will really like that. Everybody's saving it on waste.
Yeah. I bet they are big fans of, climate change and, the rising oceans and everything.
Oh, the rising oceans is no problem for these crustaceans.
Yeah, honestly, it sounded pretty... If I'm going to turn slowly into kind of crustaceans, I'm kind of okay with it. I mean, we don't have a plan to combat climate change. This sounds like the best plan I've heard. It's just turn into crabs.
Yeah. And...
Well, we won't...
Instead of combating climate change...
We won't have to do that ourselves. We'll just be taken over. By the
oh yeah
they're coming, they're assembling.
I'm tired of trying to combat climate change or combat homelessness or combat any of these things.
Yes, like it's my job.
Yeah, let's just have peace via them taking over us.
Yes, that's their job.
Yeah. All right, well, I feel like we're
you just need the cookies.
Dunkaroos for dessert. Dunkaroos.
Without the dip, though, right? Because we already got the dip figured out.
Yum. Tiny cookies in a giant bowl of ranch.
Yeah. Yeah, where they have to... Have a ladle next to it so they can scoop it out.
Perfect. There we go.
Easy. Okay, so...
I think that's it.
Yeah, I guess Jordan, Jason, Johnson, if you want to destroy the chore wheel, you'd look... Okay. And wow. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have given direction without your help, Doctor, but
did he do it before I said he could?
It looks like he did. Just destroy
you just saved me some more money. I'm not mad at you at all.
I guess there's a win and a severe discipline for him. So
he's gonna be in so much pain later.
Oh no. I mean, I don't really care. That's fine. I kind of
it's fine for me. Yeah. Well, at one point you called him Jeremy, so that's just got my blood boiling.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, so
the only illegal person.
So thank you,
Jeremy.
Thank you for being on the show. Is there anything that you'd like to promote?
Thank you for having me.
Like obviously your book.
Oh, obviously my book in 2085. Look out for it. Make sure you get the port upgrade when it comes out in 2073.
All right. Thank you so much to you and to Digital in the House.
The future, it is amazing. The future, it is amazing. The future, it comes with a hologram chip that you inject directly into your cerebellum. The future, it is very percussive. It is percussion based. You would not, when clubs in the future would be lit. What did the Evite look like? It was a dancing hot dog. Unfortunately, I'm not on Earth right now. I'm on a different planet. I appreciated the Evite, which is why I'm zooming in, as the kids say. So hi. I enjoyed the dancing hot dog. It was weird that he was dancing on a barbecue because that would imply he was dying. But I like the dancing. The future, it is amazing. Well, I'm impressed. The future, it is amazing. Oh, 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 I'm impressed.
My name is Dr. LondonSmith.com, and this has been the Jock Doc Podcast.
See ya.